I know that as the hour is nigh and the children are wiggling and you see a word that says sermon in your bulletin, you get a little concerned. I understand. I will tell you that it is a very short sermon, so you can relax. And the last hymn is remarkable, as is the postlude. So once I give the benediction, I'm going to ask you to be seated because Andrew is playing a piece of music that is just remarkable. If you need to leave right now or any other time, do so when you need to do so. But in the meantime, I promise you it will be short. I want to share with you a true Easter story. 15 years ago in the spring, a set of twins was born in Ironwood, Michigan. They were born premature, and it became very clear to the medical staff working with them that they needed intensive treatment. So a team of doctors was summoned from Duluth to helicopter to Ironwood to stabilize the twins so that they could fly to the neonatal unit at St. Mary's in Duluth. There are other St. Mary's. Did you know that? So the twins were airlifted there, and their parents, and I can't even imagine how you get in a car and drive. Their parents followed in their car. The days unfolded as an intense time of prayer and fear and agony because it became clear as time went on that the older of the two twins was starting to get some wisdom and some ability to thrive, but the younger of the two twins seemed to be growing weaker even as his older brother grew stronger. Torn between the roller coaster of emotions they were experiencing as one of their sons was turning the corner toward life and the other seemed to be turning the corner toward death, the parents of the older boy took him home. He was released 2 weeks later, and they remained vigilant about caring for the younger of the two who remained in ICU, hooked up to every machine there was, until finally on Good Friday, the parents were told by the doctor that their younger son was simply not going to be living much longer. The parents were asked to take that impossible kind of news into their hearts. And so they did. And what they determined is they wanted to give to their young son, this boy that they hadn't even really begun to know very well. They wanted to give him the very best death possible. And so what they did, the mother prayed, the father prayed, they were both in prayer. The mother discerned that she knew exactly what that young boy needed. And what they did was they brought in his brother. The little one who had spent time listening to the heartbeat of their mother in the womb, the little one who had spent every moment growing and exploring the world in the company of his older brother. They brought him in and they put him in his brother's isolette. The two brothers were united in breath and in heartbeat once again. They were surrounded by breathing apparatus and all kinds of monitors, but they were together again. They knew each other's presence, and so they slept through that very long night. Well, on Easter Sunday, the younger brother began to come back to life. The stone was rolled away. All of his vital signs began to show improvement, and rather than anticipate his imminent death, his parents began to imagine what his ongoing life might look like. 2 weeks later, that boy was released from the hospital. Alive. Is that a hallelujah? That's a hallelujah. Why do you look for the living among the dead? Say the angels to the people in the tomb. Why do you look for the living among the dead? The angels ask us yet. In Luke's gospel, the resurrection is not made real by seeing Jesus in the garden. It is not made real by some preacher telling you what you should believe. What happens to make resurrection real? What happens is that real people share real life together. They share dusty roads. They share heartbreak. They share their stories. They share the breaking of the bread. And it is in so doing that Christ is made alive in our midst. What I want to say is that you are followers of the risen one. And so what I ask of us all is that we would live the glory of God fully alive in our own bodies and in our own lives. You are a people of the resurrection. So wherever it is you are feeling deadness inside of yourself on this day, and I suspect we all carry those tomb places, would you allow the stone to be rolled away? Would you allow yourself companions in this journey called discipleship? Would you recognize Jesus Christ not only in the others around you, but within yourself? Would you live resurrection? You can say yes. Yes. So it is we do. Christ is alive, and we get to live that song. So let's sing it. Told you it was short.
Thank you.